Hello, guys. It's Gandalf here for another market update. Um, Doing an update here this weekend. I'm going to be out all next week on vacation. So I wanted to leave you with some of my market thoughts before I'll be dark for a few days. Um, yeah, so I'm just going to go through usual the stock indices, go through what's happened with the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. And then, as you know, if you've been following my videos, I'm more active in cryptocurrencies. So I wanted to just go through my thoughts on crypto. And if you're invested like I am, I think my thoughts are pretty exciting in what I think is going to happen in crypto. So stay tuned for that. Just quickly, let's have a look at stock indices. I've not been as active trading stocks. I have my long-term picks that a bit of a mixed bag, I'd say right now. Some have done well. There have been some that have been caught up in this kind of speculative asset and SPAC, market kind of wind down, and the enthusiasm behind a lot of these SPACs have gone, and anything that actually went public via a SPAC has been crushed. So I've been caught up in a little bit of that. I think the ones that I'm invested in are solid companies which have done the research, so I don't mind. A long-term portfolio, you have to really think long-term. So, if we're down 20, 30% on a couple of assets, that's fine. If you believe in the company, you position correctly, I think you can handle that. And we've had many plus 100% winners, so more than covered in the gains. So not worried about some of those picks. But generally, I'm just holding stocks. We're in this, just upward grind, which, I mean, when we zoom out and we look at it, it's pretty staggering. Upward ascent in stocks, driven by, the Fed and liquidity and market sentiment. And it's just been riding, I mentioned in the last video, this 50-day moving average. We don't really stray too far from it. And I think I mentioned the last update I gave, just wait till we hit the 50. And if you want to buy and if you want to long options, wait for the 50. It's worked pretty much for 18 months now. So you had an opportunity last week to buy the 50-day moving average again. And we bounced, V bounced straight out of it. I believe at some point, I'm not sure when, and it's hard to time these kind of things, we're going to get a big retracement. It's going to happen. But the market may continue to just grind all the way up to something like 4,800. Who knows what the target is? It's quite... the S&P 500, I feel, has a mind of its own. It's got a target in mind. There is a number that the S&P is shooting towards, and I'm not sure. You can pull fib extensions, and some people might luckily guess it right, but it's really hard to call when this may top out. I did take last week a stab at the short side upon that candle there. I took a short stab, thinking we'd at least get back down to the 50-day moving average. On Friday, that was royally screwed. I mean, when I take these short bets, very, very small position sizing, less than 1% of the portfolio, and that 1% is now gone from my portfolio as it did not work out. But yeah, we'll see how we open. Maybe we shoot higher next week. Maybe get another retracement back to the 50. And, what really matters is what happens on the bounce. And in this case, we bounced and made a new all-time high, without any, issues at these resistances at the GP. But at one point, we're going to make a lower high. And that's when, we'll break down that 50-day moving average. So that's what I'm waiting for. I think we'll when we do get that, I think we'll get 10-20% drawdown. Maybe there's some decent supportive areas down here, 3,700 area. There's the 200-day moving average. But that's what I'm waiting for. That's when I'm going to be doing my buying. So I'm going to try a couple of times to try and get the short. But don't fight the trend. Especially if you're a beginner trader, just avoid it. Just continue riding this trend. Wait for the 50-day moving average, and you can get some scalps with options that way as well. But yeah, that's my kind of stance on stocks. I'm just holding stocks long, attempting some hedges at good locations, not risking a lot with it. But I'm waiting for prices to buy. I think we'll get them at some point. The market will get a shakeout as Fed policy changes. It's going to happen in the next 6 months. It's difficult to work out when that actually happens. So let's move on to something I think that's quite interesting, and I've got some drawings here I've been playing around with. Let me just remove some of these drawings. So I've been pretty steadfast bullish on Bitcoin over the last, several years, to be honest. And yep, we got this massive retracement, went deeper than I thought it would. We had this liquidation, ranged. And anytime we hit the bottom of this range, this massive support we've got here at 30K, I was buying. So I bought a lot of coins here. You can see my portfolio that I have here. These are the coins I have. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, roughly 10 assets. I think that's a good amount in crypto. I've just gone for large cap alts. The major ones, the ones that are the most promising, that have the best price action as well. So I'm not, shooting for the moon with any, 100 mil market cap altcoins. These are serious projects. Crypto is already volatile. You don't need to go find the most volatile asset within that. I think that this is enough. We broke out this really important area, broke out the range, consolidated here, broke out. We're in this resistance area here, but the more I look at this and the way we have just retraced to that resistance area in, which is a 618 retracement in Bitcoin and Ethereum, the more I think this is not going to act as serious resistance. I don't think we have momentum. We've already gone through this accumulation pattern. I think we're going to shoot past this area, and I think we may get a couple of a range behavior, maybe a couple of waves down, but ultimately I think we're going to shoot and break that resistance area, head to all-time highs, and then I think it's just a case of trend following again. Get that 200-day moving average, 50-day moving average was our friend on this ride up. This 50-day moving average is going to continue to trend higher. So, wait for dips, just continue to ride the trend. I think this thing is heading higher. Bitcoin's going to potentially double from here. I think Ethereum can go pretty wild. I think 10,000 is the first target in Ethereum I have. Solana, actually, $100 was my target. We're already at $100, and I don't even think we're even close to being over here. Who knows where Solana can go? It's pretty staggering. The one alt that I'm very bullish about, HBAR, I think it's totally underappreciated as a project. Has not broken out yet. I don't even think it's 618 retraced just yet. Take a look. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, we're not even 600 retraced here. We've got 50% retracement. We need to break this resistant trend line as well. I think when we break this area, that'll be the trigger, and we'll head to some all-time highs. But I personally, once this one gets a bit of attention that it deserves, this could be a 10x. This is my This is my only, I'd say, low market cap punt. HBAR, but I'm very bullish on it. Feel pretty confident. Atom, nice retracement. I think we're going to break this higher, make some all-time highs. XRP as well, same thing. We're hitting some resistance here in roughly this area. It's a blurred resistance, so we're nicely consolidating. You can see here, and I think we're going to break it higher. So look, I'm majorly bullish. Initially, my plan for the year, the rest of the year was range So initially what I thought would happen is we'd get this wave down. Ultimately, we'd break this higher, get another wave down, another buying opportunity here before we, break out. But I don't think we're going to get that wave lower here. I think we're just going to range up here somewhere. And then we're going to head to some all-time highs. So I'm majorly bullish on crypto. I'm now locked and loaded. I have my buy and holds, and we'll see how it plays out, and we'll see if I'm correct with my thoughts there. We did take a couple of long swings. I did buy some. Just going back to stocks, I did make some new purchases. Pinterest was one. I've been stalking this name. To be honest, I think it's a 36 billion market cap. I think there's room for more players in social media, and Pins looks ripe. It's had a nice retracement from its all-time highs. I think this is pretty strong support at this 38 to 50% retracement. So I think this low 50s area is a nice place to start buying in. And I think this can make some all-time highs. So I like our entry in Pins in this 55 area. Bought some Caesars as well. I've been looking at this name for quite a while. Strong online betting business. They have the acquisition of William Hill. Look at that buy at $5 on the COVID low. I mean, wow. But we've got this strong trendline support here, 200-day moving average as well, this downward wedge type pattern, and we just absolutely smashed out of it. I got in a little early. I took this 200-day moving average at 85 here. We got a nice little move and then broke that low. I was a little concerned. And we got some options, leaps here as well in the Simba Stocks group. But now that trade that we bought here, up here, is now coming up to 200% gain. So we made some nice gains on options on that one. And I'll be looking out for some plays like this. Honestly, I've been busy tinkering with my crypto portfolio and looking for long terms. I've not been able to actively swing trade as much, but I'm slowly getting back into it. But that's it for this week. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll be out next week. I'll check in here and there, but I'll be in Ibiza at a wedding, so I'll be on the beach. But yeah, have fun trading, and speak to you guys soon.